Hey, how y'all doing this morning? I just wanted to jump on here real quick and do a video about, some of the things I've been experiencing. Some of the things I've been experiencing with setting up this my first independent living property. First and foremost, it's a lot easier and a lot less time consuming than assisted living, than the full medical assisted living, where we're offering 24-hour medical services, opposed to just light housekeeping, transportation, and a safe environment with medication reminders and meals, which is the independent living. So I know I've been talking a lot about assisted living, and assisted living can be daunting when you first start it, especially if you're in a state such as Maryland, who the license process has been, is always a challenge. It's always, and it's always, a long time. So it always takes a long time. So if I acquire a property, whether I lease it or purchase it, I have to wait 6+ months before I can do anything with it. I've been Airbnb-ing the rooms out. That's been, inconsistent, and it's just not enough for me to cover my overhead while there's no residents in there. I recently reached out to Care Patrol, who I work with for getting my assisted living clients, who they do placement. So they have a network of people in most areas that are looking for independent living or assisted living. So when it comes to like getting actual residents, I don't do much marketing. They already do the marketing, and I just got to pay them, a percentage of the rent, of the first month's rent and security deposit, and then they place the client for me. So it's not like I'm doing a whole bunch of marketing for residential assisted living. And so how I got to the independent living is what my consultant from Care Patrol, they told me that was an option as well. And once I started looking into it, it started making sense. And now we're opening up our first independent living within 2 months, opposed to 8 months waiting for an assisted living license. So the gist of what we're looking at, we have a 3-bedroom, one master bedroom that can fit 2 residents. And again, this isn't regulated like assisted living, so I could put 2 in all of them, but it's not the all bedrooms aren't big enough, and I don't want to put more than 4 people in this property because it's 2 bathrooms, but it's only 1 shower, and I don't want to put more than 4 people in 1 shower, even though they're not going to. It's enough time for 4 people makes sense. Anything more than that, I feel like it'd be crowded. The space is only 1,000, like a little bit, like 1,100 square feet, so it's not a big property. But we have a full basement that we're gonna put the caregiver in, the living caregiver. We already had the caregiver picked out. She had to have, and it doesn't have to even be a caregiver for real. But I just work with caregivers all the time, so obviously the easiest choice for me is just to put a caregiver in there, and she's gonna. And the services we're offering is light housekeeping. This is what the independent living consultant told us to make sure we are offering. And it's basically what we was going to offer anyway, but just without the medical. So, light housekeeping, food, meal prep, 2 snacks. So basically, they eat 5 times a day. Meals that we provide, but they're 55 and up, so they could be doing anything. They can go to restaurants, stuff like that, but we're providing 5 meals a day. Light housekeeping. Say what's up to Andrew. Hey, Andrew.
Hi.
All right, go ride on your scooter, buddy, till I'm finished. I'm working a little bit. It's my nephew. Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. Right. Go in the house or
Your mail's in the house.
All right, we'll take the mail in the house.
Okay.
Light housekeeping, room and board, internet, security. A big thing that you got to make sure that you're providing is safety and security. They want to make sure that the house is, has cameras, inside and out, specific areas throughout the house. Obviously not in the bathrooms and bedrooms, just the common areas. And then, all the doors are, secured, with the security alarm, and even the windows. And we got Xfinity, and they come out and do it all that. They got all the cameras, they got the packages. We got full premium cable for them, you know what I mean? So this is just like some of the value adds that we're offering. We have transportation for 8 hours a day. We got, so we can take you where you need to go 8 hours a day. And then if it's anything outside of the normal schedule, you just have to request it a certain amount of times early, in advance, so we can prepare for it and make sure the caregiver is available for you and it's not conflicting with nobody else. So transportation is available. We're gonna have our own activity calendar for different things that's going on in the community that we think they're interested in, and post it and let them know that we'll be providing transportation to those individual activities and things in the community for seniors. And again, they're able to come and go as they please. They're independent. It's not, again, they're not constricted to the home. Most of them are going to be mobile and be able to do things and have their own lives. But again, they just aren't able to maintain a home alone as far as cooking, cleaning, maintenance. Maintaining their, make sure they have a safe environment. We're going to be doing medication reminders and meal prep, and transportation to activities. And I'm just running this down because this is what the consultants told me that I need to make sure we solid on, but they didn't really realize that was already in our program. So that's really it. If you got a property, a nice size property, and I'm not even saying that you have to be constricted to like some of the parameters of assisted living, where it's like a single family home and all that. You could use a condo, you could use a townhouse, a duplex, and still run this same business. This assisted independent living community is what they call it. Even if it's a house, they call it an independent living community. So on your way to getting the assisted living. So even if you have the assisted living set up, or and you're waiting for the license, or you're going through the process figuring it out on your own, in the meantime, put some independent living clients in there and just get your cash flow going. Because that's the thing that I was getting upset about, was the amount of cash we put into these properties, and I'm just not getting it back quick enough from this, because the state is not approving our license. It's not even that they're not disapproving. They're not even doing a survey for 6-7 months at a time. What's up, buddy? Now you can't go on the bike trail. I'm gonna be done in a second. I'll walk you down the bike trail. Give me like 5 minutes. If you're hot, go get you tell your cousin to give you a glass of water. If you're hot. All right. So yeah, that's it. Just wanted to shoot that out there to y'all real quick. Not many people are on here, but I'm gonna record it and post it, so for the people who miss it. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and shoot them to me now. Get out the street, on the grass. I told you, on the grass, not on the big street, only on this street, this side street. Go in the grass. Don't get on the main street. Get a couple steps away from the main street. Yeah, if anybody have any questions. Nakia says she's taking notes. That's what's up. Hey, Andrea, how much? Oh, good question. How much revenue? Oh, okay. Do you have to get started with independent living? You just need a property and furnished rooms, and a staff. And I'm only going to use one caregiver. I'm only going to have her in there 8 hours a day, so it's 160 hours a month. You know what I mean? I'm gonna probably be paying her like $11.50, $12 an hour, and then probably mileage. But you got to realize she's living in there free room and board. She's living free room and board. She's eating for free. The caregiver is going to be able to eat there. I got my caregivers that I have on my list, where I shoot people that I've already hired, and they worked for me in the past, or currently working with. They fighting for this position because you getting a free apartment, a basement apartment in a stellar community, whereas the basement apartment itself is worth like $1,000 a month if you like went to another like in the community. They're getting free food. You feel me? The only thing they have to do, they're getting free electric, free internet, all that, and you're getting a paycheck. So, but they got to be there. They live there 8 hours. They got to work 8 hours a day, and kind of like be on call the other 8 hours a day for emergencies, not for nothing, not work related, but just for emergencies. So, get out of the street. Get out the street, man. And what are we charging these residents opposed to the assisted living rates? The consultant said in my area we should be looking at $1,800 per resident, which is a lot lower than assisted living, obviously, but it's a lot more than zero. You know what I mean? When you sitting here waiting for 6-7 months to get a license, and no money's coming in except little Airbnb rentals once or twice a week for $80-$90, that's like a waste of time. It's just a headache to even do it like that. But I just was trying to do anything to generate some cash flow, because we got to pay this mortgage every month. So what you want to do is, I said, well, if we could put 4 residents in there, just like we was planning to do for the assisted living at a higher price point, but at least we can cover our nut, cover our our bills, cover the caregiver, and still walk away with a couple grand a month while we're in the process of getting the license. So it's just a great way to, and also it's a great way to get into the senior community, because these people will eventually need care. You know what I mean? So if you get a 70-year-old that's active now or semi-active now, in 4 years, 3 years, he may decline, and then by the time you have your assisted living set up, and then you can bump the rate up and to take full medical care of them. You know what I mean? And then you can have like a hybrid type of house. Until once you get your license, you can have like a hybrid house where you got those independent community people still living there, and then you just kind of ease into the because once it's licensed, and the Maryland license lasts forever as long as you don't lose it. So yeah, that's pretty how much. It's private pay. This strategy is private pay. The families, and I mean, it's so affordable though. You got to think like, most people in specific communities have prepared for retirement. So when you're talking about $1,700, $1,800 a month for full lifestyle, like from food, electric, all the utilities, all the trimmings, Wi-Fi, cable, full premium cable, like all that stuff included, you're
I'm done.
It's quite a few people that's interested in doing that.
Oh,
What's up, buddy?
he's done.
Say what's up to Devontae. Say what's up. That's my live right there. Hey, Devontae. Y'all probably seen him on CNA the CEO live too.
Hey,
What's up?
come on, Ron.
You finish your chores? Did you start your lesson? Your lesson? Did you do 30 minutes? Did you put the timer on? Huh?
There's a timer already on it.
I didn't. You gotta put the timer on so I can know how much minutes you was on there. You gotta do 30 minutes, bruh, before we can be on any games or anything.
It did because
You did 30 minutes? All right. Go change your clothes, man. Then take a bath. And then, did you vacuum and take out the trash?
I took a bath last night.
No, you took a bath after we got back from the slides?
Yeah.
When? No, you didn't. No, you didn't, bro. You was out here roasting marshmallows and you went to sleep. Go take a bath, please.
Remember when I went in the bath?
All right, can I finish this video? They don't want to hear all this domestic drama. Man, I lost my train of thought. So, this is a great strategy to leverage your home while you're waiting. Or if you just don't want to be a high impact tenant, landlord. I mean, you don't want to go through all the medical and all that stuff. You just stick to the assisted living. I mean, the independent living. And if you can get a realtor and rent a house, a nice. Go. Devontae, go over there. Take him over there, please. I'm almost done. You could just stick to assisted, independent living. But I would suggest using independent living as a way to ease into assisted living. You know what I mean? Being as though we already have an assisted living, we have assisted living properties. We understand the process. It's just the license just takes too long. But if you've never done assisted living, independent community, which is an independent house, starting at 55 and up, it's a great way to leverage your way into the industry if it's something new to you. So let me go back and see if I got any questions. She said, "Is it private pay?" Oh yeah, I was responding to that. It's private pay because most people can afford that. $1,800, $2,000 and below is super cheap, and even Medicaid, Medicare, they will pay for that under $2,000, up to like $2,500 sometimes. If the client has can show a real need. She said, Anita Hopkins said, "I have a 4-bedroom home to start with, and what do I need to do?" I'm gonna tell you, the first thing you need to do is contact Care Patrol. All of y'all contact everybody who got a property and who are interested, contact Care Patrol, and you're gonna get hooked up with a consultant. Tell them AlanCheney.com sent you. You're gonna get hooked up with a consultant, and they're gonna tell you exactly what you can do with that house. And then if it's harder than what you think, if it's more than what you think you can handle by yourself, just reach out to me and I can walk you through the process. You know what I mean? Because they only do 2 strategies: independent and independent community, which I just started with them, and assisted living, which they've been filling our properties up with residents. So yeah, so Anita, I would suggest the first thing you start is just go ahead and getting reaching out to a client on carepatrol.com. You were talking about the cost all that they get, which is why the rent price is too high with the amenities. Yeah, it's just you don't want to be paying and then not get no income. So after your first 2 clients, if you got a 3-bed, you want to have at least 4 residents. So your first 2 residents should be. What I'm mostly concerned about is covering the mortgage or the lease, the monthly lease, and the caregiver. The caregiver is going to be making about $1,800 a month. So that's basically 1 resident, and the mortgage shouldn't be no more than $1,800 a month. So that's 2 residents. So then I got 2 more residents to handle like the smaller stuff like the food, the utilities, and then whatever's left over after that is me. I pay for. I mean that's profit. It's not as much as assisted living, but I'm still making a profit while we wait. What do you need a proposal for? What do you need a proposal for? Who are you submitting a proposal to, Vicky? Who you submitting it to? This is just you have a property that you set up for seniors in the community, and you're gonna reach out to a consultant who places those seniors into the property. You don't need a business plan. You don't need a proposal. You don't need a loan. I mean nothing. You just need to know how to navigate the business, know who to talk to, which I'm telling you right now. And then they're gonna tell you what's working in your marketplace. They're pretty much all over the country. So
Josh is gonna throw my bucket in.
She gonna throw your bucket in the woods? All right, well don't let her throw your bucket in the woods, bro. And why you whining, man? It's too early for whining. Whining don't start till afternoon. She just messing with you, man. She just playing. All right, go play. Go ahead, go play. She just playing, bro. So I'm gonna jump off of here. If y'all got any more questions real quick, no, Vicky, you don't need a report. I need a property. How do you acquire clients? Geneva, I was talking about Care Patrol. You probably didn't hear me. And go back and watch the whole video after I post it. Y'all can watch the recording. Care Patrol is how we get residents. Or you could do, if you already been in home care and you got a referral network, you just reach out to your referral network. You do a blast to them, email, fax, letters, just to your people you've already contacted and been in communications with about your new property that's for independent living for 55 and up, and you just put all the benefits and stuff like that on the email or whatever you can send. So that's it. Justice, put his bucket down and go do your chores, please. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, give Care Patrol a call. I'm thirsty. So that's it. I don't see no more questions at this point. If anything, give us a call. Phone number somewhere on here. The email, shoot us an email. Shoot us a private direct mail, a private message. Either way, just reach out to us if you have any more questions about this or anything else related to home care, senior living. We're here to help. The kid's on the call. She's on the live. Reach out to her. Reach out to me if y'all trying to get it done for you. Policies and procedures, anything y'all need, just reach out to us and we can help you.
I'm not see my bucket anymore.
So that's what we're doing, and I'm gonna try to do some more lives a little bit more often for some Q&A. I know y'all like to talk to a real person sometimes, opposed to, just even better than the phone. You can see somebody, answer immediately, stuff like that. So, so I'll be doing.
There's no float in the woods.
I'll be doing lives more often. If these little, she got him hostage. He is scared that she is gonna throw his bucket in the woods. She threatening to throw his bucket in the woods because he threw her pet rock in the woods. Well, he's not telling us that part. He's only saying that she's gonna throw his bucket in the woods, but he's not telling us why she's throwing his bucket in the woods, because she want him to go in the woods and get her rock that she found at the beach or on the bike trail. And that's the beef that I'm dealing with this morning on the domestic side. So take care, everybody. Share the video, share the feed, so other people can benefit from it, and we can continue to help more people. Thanks a lot.